What's up, guys? This could be the most important thing you hear all day, so check this story out. God spoke to my cousin Connor through a dream to try and reconnect with him. It's a really great story. Here we go. Hey guys, about 3 years ago, my parents sat my sister and I down and told us that they were going to get a divorce. I was stunned to my core. I didn't want to talk about it with anyone, and I still have problems about it today. I felt numb, not because I didn't feel anything, but because I couldn't explain it to anyone. Everybody kept asking me all these questions. Are you okay? How are you feeling? Are you not upset? And I had all these questions, but I couldn't give them any of the answers because I didn't have the answers myself. I hadn't prayed over the next 2 weeks, and one night I decided to pray and ask God why he left me. That very night, I had a dream that God decided to give me. I woke up and I was in a field. I recently watched The Hunger Games, but that's like the best picture I can give you guys for what it looked like. It was just an empty field surrounded by woods. And I saw a light across the field. It was very dim, but the closer I got, the brighter it grew. I slowly crept towards the light, hearing a voice that was so familiar, yet unlike anything I've ever heard. As I begin to get closer to the light, I have to cover my eyes over how bright this light is. It's brighter than a fire, a spotlight, even the sun. And as I get close, the voice that I heard before says, "Do not be afraid." I'm stunned to my core. I don't even know what is going on. I can feel the morning dew as I bend to a knee looking up, and the voice says to me, "Where have you gone, my child?" The scariest question in the world, but I answered back, "What do you mean?" "I'm here, my father." He reaches out and touches me, and his touch transformed me into a set of armor that looked exactly like marble. I look in my hand, and I'm holding a sword that is encompassed by a purple flame. I look back, yet the light is gone, and as I turn back to face forwards, there's a new figure standing in front of me. Chills went down the back of my neck as I look at this dark figure. His sword was drawn, encompassed by a black flame. I was horrified. The figure had a dark cloud behind him that seemed to be telling him something, but my light was gone. It seemed that God had left me to fight a figure that was double my size and had the help of darkness. I begged for mercy from my adversary. I didn't want to fight. I just wanted to live. I didn't want to die. And the darkness laughed at me, and it happily took me on my offer. I swapped with the dark figure and faced what seemed to be an angel. I'm not really sure what it was, but it was full of light and what seemed to be power. But I was double its size, so I knew I could take it on. I grinned, and I made my assault. Yet I was struck down immediately. After I was struck down, the darkness laughed, and it put me back in the same exact position again, facing that light figure. My mind flooded with anger. I was so mad. I yelled, "This armor is trash. I'm so done with this." And the darkness yelled back, "You are nowhere as strong as him. Give up." My mind was poisoned with anger. I go again, and I dodge the first attack, yet get struck down immediately the next. I got a glimpse of the face of the light figure, and as I went again, I realized what it was. It was myself. I then realized what was going on, and the dark aura that was behind me began to laugh. Not a simple, evil laugh, but like a laugh I can't even imagine. Like nothing I've ever heard before. The laughing still echoes to this day. He fulfilled his promise of not letting me die, yet I was constantly losing in a state where I was giving it my all, but I could never win. I was at war with myself. I then took a knee and realized I was in defeat. I then asked, "Why did you leave me, God?" He said, "I was with you the whole way." "I gave you that armor, didn't I?" I was speechless. I knew that he was right. Yet again he said, "Where have you gone, my child?" He reaches his hand out to me, wrapping me in the marble armor. As I begin my advance on the dark figure, I easily wipe him out. I can see the pain growing on my darker self's face, trying so hard yet going nowhere. And this time, as I look at God, he welcomes me back and says, "Welcome home, my child." I stood there dumbfounded. "Why did you leave me, God?" And these words I remember to this day. "I was with you the whole way. You were the one who left me." I couldn't fathom the possibility of this dream being fake. It was so real, it felt more real than real life. Like I was actually there, not just body, but body and spirit. Over the next few weeks, I saw some verses that I would like to share with you guys after hearing this dream. With God on my side, who can stand against me? Romans 8:31. And next is Matthew 6:13. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Next up is Romans 12:19. Do not take revenge, my dear friends,
but leave room for God. For it is written, "It is mine to avenge, I will repay." Next up is Luke 18:27. For what is impossible with men is possible with God. All right, this last verse is the one that stuck out to me the most with this dream. It's Psalm 23:4. For I travel through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. The lesson I've learned from this dream is that people betray you every single day, and you betray God every single day through sin. And sin is that darkness, and the more we lean on sin, the more we turn into that dark figure, which means that we need to turn back to God, because God is the way, the truth, and the life. For we are the property of the King. No darkness can touch us.
Wow. What an incredible story. I'm so glad that he shared that with me. I remember when he was going through all this stuff, I remember he was really quiet, didn't want to talk about anything going on. Anytime I brought up the divorce and tried to talk with him about it, he just kind of shut it down. And there was like a switch that turned, and he started opening up, and I guess that was around the time you had this dream, right?
Yeah, that was about the time.
Yeah. And, you know, God speaks to people through dreams, as we've seen plenty of times in the Old Testament. It's so crazy just hearing this story. When he first told me, I was in tears. I really hope that anyone who's going through a similar situation in life or has gone and is feeling really disconnected in their faith, I really hope that this has motivated and encouraged y'all to get reconnected with God. That's the most important thing. That's why we're here. And so I really hope this story can help some of y'all. Any closing thoughts?
I'm thankful that God gave me that dream whenever I needed it most. And praise God, man.
Praise God. And guys, I also shared a story, in case you didn't see it, about when God spoke to me. He sent a man to find me while I was fishing, and who I don't even know if they existed. So please check that video out. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope this could help some of you guys. Praise God, man.
See y'all.